Chapter 5: Saddam Hussein, Tyrant of Iraq. Saddam Hussein's rise to power is a story carved in the stone of modern Middle Eastern turmoil, marked by manipulation, cruelty, war, and the ruthless pursuit of absolute control. Born on April 28, 1937, in a small village near Tikrit, Saddam was raised in a turbulent environment of poverty and tribal loyalties. His early exposure to nationalist ideology, particularly the Ba'ath Party's pan-Arab ideals, would lay the foundation for a political career defined by ambition and brutality. By the late 1960s, Saddam had entrenched himself deeply in Iraqi politics. In 1968, the Ba'ath Party seized power in a coup, and Saddam, though not initially president, quickly became the regime's real architect. He built his influence through strategic eliminations of rivals and the establishment of a vast network of internal intelligence, using fear as both a tool and a currency. When he officially assumed the presidency in 1979, Saddam wasted no time asserting his authority. In his first major act, he televised the forced confessions and executions of supposed traitors within the Ba'ath Party, sending a clear, chilling message: loyalty was absolute or punishable by death. His rule became synonymous with oppression. Saddam's Iraq was a tightly controlled surveillance state. Dissidents were arrested, tortured, or simply disappeared. His secret police, the Mukhabarat, operated with impunity, ensuring that fear penetrated every level of society. Entire families could be punished for the alleged crimes of one member. But Saddam's tyranny extended far beyond borders of internal repression. In 1980, he launched a catastrophic war against Iran, hoping to capitalize on Iran's post-revolution chaos. What followed was one of the longest and bloodiest conflicts of the 20th century, a grueling 8-year war that cost over 1 million lives. Saddam used chemical weapons not only against Iranian forces, but against his own people. Most infamously in the 1988 Halabja massacre, where thousands of Kurdish civilians were killed by poison gas. This act of genocide would forever stain his legacy and cement his reputation as a butcher. After the Iran-Iraq war ended in stalemate, Saddam turned his ambitions toward Kuwait. In 1990, he ordered the invasion and annexation of the small oil-rich nation, believing the international community would not intervene. He miscalculated. The Gulf War of 1991 saw a U.S.-led coalition force Iraq to retreat, but Saddam remained in power, more defiant and paranoid than ever. In the years that followed, Iraq became a pariah state. Under strict UN sanctions, the country's economy collapsed, but Saddam continued to spend lavishly on palaces and propaganda. The people suffered. Malnutrition, disease, and poverty surged while the regime spun lies about foreign plots and Zionist conspiracies. Despite his defiance, Saddam's grip on Iraq was crumbling beneath the surface. After September 11th, the United States accused Saddam of harboring weapons of mass destruction, a claim that would later prove false. Nevertheless, in 2003, the U.S. invaded Iraq. In just weeks, his regime fell. Saddam went into hiding, surfacing only months later when American forces found him disheveled in a hole near Tikrit, defiant to the end, but finally powerless. His trial was as dramatic as his reign. Charged with crimes against humanity, including the massacre of Kurds and the suppression of Shiite uprisings, Saddam remained unrepentant. In 2006, he was executed by hanging, closing the chapter on one of the 20th century's most violent dictatorships. Yet the scars of his rule remain. Iraq has struggled to rebuild from the devastation and sectarianism that flourished under and after Saddam's rule. While some Iraqis remember stability during his time, many others carry deep wounds, psychological, cultural, and physical, from the decades of fear. Saddam Hussein was not just a despot. He was the architect of a state built on terror. His legacy is not one of leadership, but of manipulation, war, and oppression. And in history's ledger, his name stands among the most feared and reviled rulers of the modern age.